Among all of us, sa akin, hindi ka talaga yung nag-rise, no, from the ranks. When I was appointed Bangsamoro Attorney General, I was not MP. Hindi pa ako MP nung time na yun. And then, nung nagkaroon ng extension ng PTA, na merong pagkakataon ng oportunidad na mag-appoint ng mga panibagong MPs, nasali kami. Ako, si MP Baileng, si MP Attorney Arnado. And then, ginawa pa akong floor leader at ginawang deputy floor leader si Attorney Arnado. Among 5 floor leaders ay 4 ng babae. Pagkatapos nun, binigyan na naman ang opportunity na maging MILG. So, yung sa akin is a story about how they value the participation and the leadership of women. At ayun ko kasi siyang tingnan ng dahil babae ako. No? Gusto kong tingnan siya dahil nagsikap ako, dahil nagkaroon ng pagkakataon na pagsilbi at ito naman po ay tinanggap ko. Pero this mirrors the kind of leadership and inclusive leadership of the MILF na binibigyan nila ng pagkakataon ng mga kababaihan na mag-shine. At mga kababaihan na i-prove na meron po kami na i-contribute sa policy making at saka decision making. So yun po siguro my personal perspective about it.
Let me add, because that's a very relevant question, no? And I agree with you that it is really a milestone. Kasi when I joined the peace process, GPH and MILF talks as a peace advocates, as a peace advocate 20 years ago, one of the concern of the civil society was, MILF, anti-women yan. Islam, hindi sila friendly to women. Baka if they will be put in power, the Mindanao can be the next Taliban. Baka they will implement a Taliban government. Ganun yung mga perception at the time. And so, there were already a lot of fears that that will be the case. But as you can see, right now, parang it's a complete overturn of that wrong perception. And as you can see, the BARM leadership, especially our Chief Minister, is very, very fair. And he recognizes the skills, talents, and contribution of men and women. And as you can see, for example, I think in the entire country, wala pang Minister of Interior and local government na na-appoint na babae. No? If you look at national, tingnan ninyo, you research, I cannot find a single Secretary of Interior and Local Government appointed at the national level na babae. And dito naman sa ARMM before, wala rin na-appoint na babae. So that speaks a lot on the lens, on the level of awareness of the MILF leadership on our discourse on women. And in fact, yung the appointment, for example, of MILG, may mga positions na sabihin mo, this is soft position. So ilagay ko doon ang babae kasi that's just an extension of her kitchen work. Pero MILG is a very hardcore position of power na dealing with political leaders. So I think that speaks a lot kung ano yung kumpiyansa, kung ano yung trust. And the level of yung awareness din ng leadership of the BARM, especially our Chief Minister, in mobilizing women to be able to contribute to that in the transition period. And I think that's something that we need to celebrate. No, we need to acknowledge and celebrate, and one of our victories in the Bangsamoro. And aside from that, if you look at Parliament, ang mga floor leaders dyan, mga babae, and if you witness the session sa mga plenary, you will see that there are so many women MPs that are really participating there. Hindi lang sila mga bench warmer or upo-upo lang dyan or mga dagdag sa boto. They're very active. And like for example, NP Bailen is very active in the parliament and really participate. So we have, there are so many roles and opportunities in the Bangsamoro government that can really be credited also. Of course, hindi na naman ito nangyari overnight na naging gender sensitive lahat. This is also a product of long years of assertion, seminars, mga trainings na ginawa ng napakaraming kababaihan all over the barn and even national na mga women's organizations. So we have reached this far because women have also worked very hard and we asserted and we demanded that we should have our rightful place in the peace process and of course in the Bangsamoro.
Yes, ko lang, magaganda yung mga sinabi nila. Ito lang maikwento ko. During our CSO days with Attorney Mary Ann Arnado, actually, dalawa yung struggle namin. Una-una, we struggle for the Bangsamoro's right to self. We advocate for the Bangsamoro's right to self-determination. Pangalawa, as women, we also struggle to be recognized and accepted within our society. So dalawa yung struggle talaga namin noon. And on my part is yung acceptance. Now, kasi during that time, grabe pa yung natin doon, yung CSO works natin in support sa peace process. One had to, para sabihin, kasi I was very active that time. I'm a human rights and women advocate that time. So in my community, in my family, dahil active ako, ang tawag sa akin ay matigas ang ulo at rebelde. That's because I am asserting yung pagiging women ko. Asserting, joining the works per se that only men can do. So, matigas ang ulo niyan. Si Violet, nandun na naman sa mga kampo. Kami, do bantay ceasefire works to prevent full-blown armed conflict. So, yun yung tawag sa amin noon. Pag masyado kami aktibo, matigas ang ulo. So, it is about acceptance. Ngayon, tinatanong nyo ano yung narating. Ngayon, nakita nyo, nandito kami sa parliament. Women are already at the forefront of this, itong natin, tinatahak natin na panggobyerno. So, may mga key positions and also like us, we are given tasks, resolution, and bills that only pwede makasabi nila na bakit ikaw ba dahil babae ka? Isa kang babae. Marami namang mga lalaki, bakit ikaw? So, ibig sabihin, ang leadership ngayon ng MILF through the Chief Minister ng Ahod Balawag Ibrahim, nakita na nila and na-accept nila yung kakayahan ng mga kababaihan. We don't aim for pantay, 50 lalaki, 50 babae. Dahil hindi rin natin kailangan yon. Kahit 5 lang kaming babae o 10 kaming babae, so long as our voices will echo doon sa bigger room ng society. Yun na kailangan natin in Marine. And thank you so much for that, na nakarating na tayo sa level na rin sa atin na kahit pa paano, we have space everywhere kung saan tayo pumunta, yung mga babae. And in the United Bangsamoro Justice Party, women are given key position also. There are so many women. We have women who are VPs, vice presidents, to the like of Attorney Mary Ann Arnado, MV Ida Silungan, And also, the chair of the Bukidis ngayon, hindi lang pinag-uusapan yung lalaki ka kasi babae siya. Ang pinag-uusapan ngayon sa United Bangsamoro Justice Party, who can deliver? Who can deliver to work for the 2025 parliamentary election? So that's it. Yung dapat natin ngayon.
Sige. The very Sir Hello po, I'm again Attorney Nabila, representing VP for Women. I beside the sila in her capacity as member of UBJP. The very fact na may nakalaan talaga na Vice Presidente para sa mga kababaihan is in itself a testament on how the UBJP as a party is really very inclusive, and we are not really being defined anymore by our gender. Gone are the days na yun ang discourse na iba-ibang usapin na dapat yung pinag-usapan natin. And I think that would also amplify or that supports yung previous statements ng mga magaganda at magagaling na kababaihan na kasama ko dito. And I think yung mga provisions also, mga existing legal frameworks na meron tayo, specifically the DEC, na nasabi din ni Attorney Mary Ann kanina na maraming mga provisions doon about women or provisions dedicated for protecting women. As a party, UBJP will see to it na yung kung ano ang nakasulat sa DEC, yun ang gagawin natin, inshallah, yung kung ano yung spirit ng DEC, inshallah. I think it will be added by the proponent of the BEC herself.
Siguro hindi lang po yung plano during the election time or during this time, no. I think we will still be continuing doing our work, even katulad ng sinabi ni MD Baileng, kahit yung time na nasa CSO pa naman kami, ito na po yung ginagawa namin. Hindi namin to iniwan kahit andito na kami sa gobyerno. So we are still bridging the gap between the government and even the community. So what we are doing right now, it doesn't mean that because we are now in the government, the MLF is now in the government, we stop what we are doing in advocating for the rights of the women, especially the Bangsamoro women who are oppressed or who doesn't have the venue to participate. So we are finding different ways in trying to empower our women, especially in the community. So hindi lang po yan parang ginagawa namin dito sa Bangsamoro government. We are also doing it in partnership with CSOs, in partnership with donor agencies to make them realize and make them aware what are their rights. Kahit yung nasa bank, sinasabihan parang we educate our women on the ground na ano po itong sector representative natin ng mga kababaihan. So para alam na nila kung pwede ba na kami mismo mag-participate, yung mga ganon. So hindi po nagsisimula siya sa making them aware and educating them and then empowering them so that they can participate in the political arena. Okay, thank you very much. I hope I answered your question.
Okay, aside doon sa sinabi ng kasama natin, si Ma'am Kay, how to continue is by participating in the election. Kasi once and for all, ito yung na United Bangsamoro Justice Party. Dahil partido nga ito, so we talk about election. So participating either as nominee or either in local or in whatever capacity that women could be involved. So yun naman talaga yung natin, that's why sumali tayo dito at nag-involve tayo dito sa United Bangsamoro Justice Party dahil gusto natin yung 30% na sinasabi sa BEC ay hindi 30% ng women na nasa laylayan, but we have to assert that 30% of that women ay kasali doon, papasok doon mismo sa mapapanalunan na kota ng isang political party. So that is how we have to, kaya kailangan natin makontinue ito. Kailangan natin sumali sa election. Dahil pag hindi tayo sumali, we cannot continue. Right? Okay.
We cannot give you the specific data of figure, but for sure, maraming kababaihan ang nandoon. Videos,
Almost 50%.
I think, so personal, again, it's
It could be
more
50%.
statistically.
Hindi ka bibili ng isang produkto na hindi ka naniniwalang magiging mabisa. So, this is us presenting the UBJP's values and principles as a party. and how the UBJP values women. And we hope na yung keeping up with the visibility na ganito, we will be able to entice women to join us. Kaya kanina, nung nanawagan si Atty. Arnaldo kung sa mga kababaihan na gustong sumali sa UBJP, talagang damang-dama ko. Kasi kung hindi ka aware at hindi mo alam na meron na dito, no? Baka hindi mo buhayan yung loob mo or hindi ka ma-empower. So it's very important to keep the visibility always up in terms of looking for more women na nanawagan kami at kami din po ay nag-represent ng mga sarili namin bilang role models.
Well, dagdag lang, I think it's very important to make women feel that they can really participate or welcome sila sa UBJP. No? Kasi, hindi ba siguro nahihiya, yung iba naman, parang ang layo-layo ng UBJP. So we really need to reach out. No? Yung lahat ng mga members ng UBJP na mga kababaihan, if we have to go house to house, if we have to knock on every door ng mga kababaihan, para invite sila and encourage them to be part of the UBJP. I think that's really the main challenge. We reach out women to women in this particular invitation. And then, kasi pag meron mag-imbita sa kanila ng babae, baka mas ma-encourage sila. Okay, sasama ako dyan kasi marami pala mga kababaihan dyan. So may ganun na mga approach. And I think it's really up for UBJP to step up doon sa kanyang prinsipyo na inclusive. No? So this is your party, our party, my party. So parang atin ito lahat. And then, yung election naman, hindi lang naman yan para lang sa mga kalalakihan. So we really need to work very hard to make every woman feel that she can contribute, she will have a space, and she can also benefit from joining the party. And we are here as women representatives to be able to exactly convey that message that every woman is welcome in the UBJP.
This press conference na ating pinapahalagaan ang mga kababaihan ng partido at kasalukuyan pong nasa training ng ating Vice President for Women at always po na meron pong mga nakalatag na mga programa. Unfortunately, hindi available for us to be able to share it with you. Pero po pwede pong paki-like, follow and like our Facebook page, UBJP Regional Headquarters, dahil lahat po ng mga activities natin nandoon. And I think, itatak ko lang kasi Ramadan, no? Mag-start yung Ramadan natin, tapos meron tayong Ramadan Symposium, may mga series of talks tayo about women in Islam. Women in Islam, I think is the title of the program. So, mga muhadara, mga kasamang ganon. At lagi po meron nag-Facebook Live na kasamahan natin kababaihan coming from the UBJP. So, marami po mga nakataling programa ang women. Abangan na lang po natin sa Facebook page.
Another thing is, sa UBJP, magkakaroon kami ng community kitchen kasi since it's Ramadan naman yung na-timing ang Women's Month. So, yeah, we'll do community kitchen that will be managed or woman kasi magsukuman. Yeah, and you during the time of Ramadan. So, meron din po kami mga pa-iftar na doon sa mga yatim, mga orphanage. At siguro naisip namin, hindi lang naman, kasi marami-rami na rin yung nagbibigay, may regular na nagbibigay sa orphanage. Pero siguro katulad yung mga vendors natin na siguro hindi na nakapagluluto dahil mas priority pagtitinda para may baon ng mga anak at may So, yun yung mga plano namin. Kanina pinag-usapan na namin kung paano namin ito siya gagawin in partnership with other committees and members also at mga areas kasi meron kami mga yung BJP chapters namin sa mga provinces namin. So, magkakaroon din kami ng provincial assemblies and then municipal assemblies. So, maybe baka synchronize itong gagawin namin.
Thank you. You know, what's very important to remember is never to let our guards down. Kasi kala natin advance na tayo, pero bumabalik yan. Pag hindi mo binantayan, babalik siya sa dati. Globally, may mga jurisdictions na parliaments na 50% na yung women or even more. Pero sa sobrang kampante nila, dahil hindi na sila gumawa ng batas for women, dahil hindi inalagaan yung place ng mga kababaihan, nagsislip down. So whatever advances or progress that we have already made is not guaranteed. So you have to always be on the lookout, kaya kailangan kong i-continue. It's very, very important to remember. At the BTA, meron tayong mga naka-pipeline ng mga legislations. No? Sa under Tier 1, there's the Gender and Development Code. There's the Magna Carta of Persons with Disabilities, no? And then, yung mga, so recently yung Mujahideen Bill na naging batas na. And then, some other, but it's also, in all of our legislations, to make sure na merong gender perspective. Because pagdating sa implementation, hindi magsasucceed ang isang batas kapag wala siyang gender perspective. So in all of them, meron po talagang gender perspective.
Okay, so thank you sa iyong follow-up. Actually, challenge talaga yan, no? Kasi yung, if we really want to make a difference in the coming election, we really have to mobilize the women. Kasi, tingin ko dyan nakasalalay, no? Yung lakas ng pagbabago. Kasi yung mga kababaihan ay we also carry a common agenda. And so, for example, in the coming election, mas importante na ma-mobilize natin sila. They will be part of the UBJP para hindi sila magiging instrumento lang doon sa komando ng traditional politics. No? So, yun ang natin ngayon. Yun yung parang tinitingnan natin na we really need to educate our voters. We need to empower them. They need to be part of a strong political party that has a set of principles and platforms na tinutulak para magkaroon ng saysay yung ating pagboto sa eleksyon. Kung wala namang klarong programa, wala namang plataforma, wala namang vision for peace, bakit ba ako magpapakahirap, di ba? So, pag ganun, no? So, kaya nga itong coming election, this is very important because this will spell the continuity of the peace process. This will preserve the gates of the peace process as opposed to baka ma-hijack, baka ma-overtaken ng traditional politicians and the traditional politics, and then we go back again to the past, no? So parang ganun yung ating pananaw, and key here will really be the support of the women. And so if we have to do this house to house, women to women, reach out to every Marites and who is there, so ganun yung level of organizing that we will need to be able to bring everyone on board.
Should I start? Ang pananaw ko kasi dito, katulad ng sinabi ni MP Arnano kanina na women usually share a common agenda. So regardless of party lines, no? So cross-party networks, cross-party dialogues, ibig sabihin mga babae na papasok sa parliament, not only from the BJP, we will be most willing to work with to ensure that the common women agenda and the policies that we need to put in place are there. Kasi hindi naman po tayo pwedeng mag-count on the majority alone. Assuming na yung BJP will get still need allies. And it's very important in politics and in policy making and in government that we keep them like women. Especially for women. Hindi natin mag-guarantee na maraming makapasok ng mga kababaihan. Alhamdulillah for this PTA, meron pong 16 na kababaihan na napasok that counts for 20% of the parliament. And we can already see, ang sinabi ni Attorney Hernando, pagdating sa floor, mga kababaihan yung usually na gumagalaw sa floor. So if we can keep that up, pagdating sa future, assuming na marami pa rin pumasok na mga kababaihan, working with them, together with them, regardless of party lines, to make sure that the women agenda is advanced. That's my personal view.
Isang reporter regarding sa GAD institutionalization. Actually, katulad ng sinabi ni Attorney Lai, parang we cannot let our guards down. So we should continue educating our women, especially on the GAD, no? GAD vocal point system, lalo na yung sa baba, sa mga LGU, barangay LGU. In fact, we are doing that. Ito, para lang malalaman ninyo. Ako hindi lang as part of the UBJP, but even in my own capacity sa mga consultancy work sa mga NGOs, ginagawa namin yun. We try to empower them, educate them in terms of gender awareness, GAD planning, and GAD budgeting. Yung sinasabi niyo, institutionalization of GAD focal point system. We do it not only even in the different ministries and offices of the bar, office ni tour leader, even office ng mga MPs, office na MOH, MFBM. So that thing, even in the GAD planning and budgeting, para alam nila na that 5% GAD, hindi lang yun siya dapat na parang for compliance lang, but actually doing it, implementing it. So, kumbaga, it's not only in paper but in action. Yan yung sinasabi niya na Attorney Lai, na Attorney Marian, yung Pipayo. Nakikita naman po ninyo yan kahit sa parliament. Hindi lang po through, kasi kahit meron pa tayong batas, kung hindi natin pinuput into action ang batas natin, hindi natin i-implement, business din yun. So, ang maganda lang po sa mga kababaihan natin is they put it into action. So, sana marami pa, hindi lang itong 16 na MPs. So, ang dream ko is marami pong kababaihan sa 80 members of the parliament sa election. Kumbaga sana ma-educate din natin ang mga voters natin na how important it is for that women and youth magkaroon ng participation, active participation, and meaningful participation in the election. Katulad din sinabi ni Ibay, kailangan namin ng maraming kababaihan at mga kabataan na mag-participate, na how important it is for them to be part of this process. So thank you very much.
Yeah, I think you will play a very important role as we advance in the preparation for the election, no? Kasi maraming mga proseso ngayon ang gagawin under the electoral code. There are so many new requirements that will be implemented, no? Like for example, yung accreditation ng mga regional political party, the participation, representation, and selection of sectoral organizations kung sa reserve seats, papaano natin i-organisa itong mga regional political parties. So, there are so many new information that we need to convey to our voters, and the media will be able to play a very big role there, no? At the information education level. Secondly, alam naman natin na sa social media ay marami rin mga fake news, maraming mga kalukuhan, marami rin mga paninira dyan. So, you can also play a very big role in fact-checking, in providing the correct information, and correcting kung meron mga fake news. So, there's a lot of things that we can do. Partner, no? We can forge a strong partnership with the regional political parties. Hindi lang sa UBJP, maraming mga regional political parties ngayon ang nag-uorganisa, and even with the Bangsamoro Electoral Office, there is a need a lot of need for information drive. And malaking papel ang gagampanan nito ng ating mga partners in the media.
UTJP, my party,